Hello everyone, we are back. So it's 7:30 IST and market will open in 30 minutes. So yeah, let's just go ahead. Yeah, this is my current stats on MFFU. So like I mentioned in my first live, so we'll be trading on my funded futures live today, and I will be trading only NQ and ES, and the my trading window is 2 hours. So we'll start now and until 9:30 p.m. IST, I'll be trading. So that means after the market open of NY, I will be trading for 1.5 hours more. So yeah, that's just it. So let's see how the chart looks for a moment. So this is the chart of ES. Yeah, it was just a trade that I marked. We'll just delete it off. So my trading setup is pretty straightforward. I usually trade on the sweeps of 15-minute liquidity zones, and my liquidity zones are swing highs and swing lows. For example, right now, this one is a swing high for me. This is another one. Here, it has already swept the swing low. So if you see here, yeah, and it's moving up. We see some volume spike here. The 7:30 candle. Quite curious because at 7:30 we don't usually see that much spike in volume. Usually happens at the market open at 8 p.m. Surprisingly, there is a bit of volume here, and I'm curious to understand why. Yeah, could be a clean sweep of this low. Let me see NQ, how's it looking? Okay. I am not going to take a trade right now on this sweep because it has already swept here and come back down, which is showing some weakness. But then the candle movement was quite impulsive and there is volume. So I'm just going to wait for the moment and see what price is going to do. Yeah, yeah. NQ and ES both are looking weak, and if there is any buy, I don't usually keep a daily bias, but if there is anything, it's going to be bearish because the market has been weak for the last few days. So it's probably going to, you see the last two bearish candles here, it's pretty strong. So Yeah, and this is also showing clear weakness. It's trying to go back up, but it's not able to. And this looks like a trap for the buyers with this much of volume. So it's probably gonna rush downwards now, but we don't know. We don't know, and we're gonna wait until there is clarity. Yeah, I think the moment is only going to start at 8 when the market's going to open, so we'll have to wait until then. So sometimes what I do is I watch the My Funded Futures channel live. Let's see what they're saying. Yeah, they will also stream daily.
In mind, if gold would just, let's just see these levels. So the weave up is somewhere around 49.18. If gold would be getting above 48.95, and then we would see some clean moves to that 49.62 area to get back into that 1 hour supply zone, that would be something I'd be interested in. Previous day low is very close. I'm not going to short gold. But so in the London session, just a very, very quick short story. I was like, and I'm going to zoom in on the 5 minutes should do it. So in the London session, I just told Terry this one because I was so annoyed by this. There was a beautiful setup to go short, but so this is again the intuition. My intuition told me that hey, we should get that. And by the way, before I get to that point, there is a supply zone. Oh my gosh, too many things on my chart. I know that. But anyway, there's a supply zone here. The top of the supply zone is 49.62.8. And I was like, okay, let's go short on gold in London session from this area. Because
Yeah, they're talking about gold at the moment, and we're not interested in gold, so I'm just going to move away from there. Yeah, MNQ. See, the structure is clearly weak. The structure is showing clear weakness. Mm, I'm just curious about who got trapped here. I think it should be the buyers because we see now the volume's low and the price is moving downwards. So I think it's a clear buyer trap. Sh- Price should ideally, if probability agrees, go downwards. That is my expectation, but I'm not going to trade on that because that's not my setup and it's just a view. Yeah, let's wait. Yeah, it seems like it's going down, like our expectation. But yeah, we cannot trade at the moment because it's not our setup. Gotta wait patiently, which is one of the most important things in trading, as you would already know if you are being trading at least for quite some time. Yeah, let's see if they've started
because there
trading.
is another demand zone down there. So I took a short, but
Still talking about gold, which is unusual for their channel. Yeah, usually, some people would say it's better to not get biased by, other traders or videos or news. Yeah, I don't usually, listen to them mostly, but you can argue that I might get influenced. But the thing is, I just I just watch them to kill my boredom and do something, while we just wait for the setup. So I'm just a bit curious to hear what they're saying. That's just it, not to take any financial advice or trading setup. So it's just that. Yeah, we have 11 minutes to go for the open. ES is showing some intent to go down while NQ is developing the intent, but it's slightly resisting more than ES, although pretty sure it's going to follow once ES goes into full flow. And I think there's not going to be another sweep from here, and in the open, this move is going to be fueled more. I think that is what's going to happen. I think the trap was clearly like we discussed here. This was the trap. This was big players positioning themselves. I'm not comfortable taking these trades because I'm not 100% sure. I mean, you cannot be 100% sure, but not developed enough confidence to make this a clear setup. But you can track it, learn from it, and see what happens in the future, and do a forward testing of it, and maybe in the future take a test trade to see how it behaves. But yeah, and not sure what's going to happen anyway. It has not, the trade idea has not been confirmed though. But yeah, it's interesting. In NQ, we see a higher green candle. I think it's pretty much the same. The volume's pretty much the same. The relative volume is correct. Yeah. There's no momentum though. I think that'll only flow in once the market opens. Yeah, another sweep could reverse until here because the move was anyway not that strong. So it could go up until here, I guess, and then fall back again. Okay, they've already taken a trade based on our trade idea. Interesting. Never seen these guys take a trade before the open itself. So, I mean, I actually started watching them recently, so could have been doing it earlier. But yeah, all these days they've been taking trades after the open. It's interesting to see that. Yeah, it's falling heavily now. The next zone is here. Okay, we have just 2 minutes to go for the open. Let's see how the reaction is in 2 minutes. Let me take a look at NQ. Oh, my bad. Hmm. NQ is picking up some pace to the upside though. NQ has been holding the levels mm, that ES has been trying to break. And this is actually an SMT here. Uh, could be a fake breakdown below because as you can see here, NQ is holding. Very interesting. Okay, I think it's gonna go down. Yep. Yes. Nice move. There's heavy volume coming in. Okay. Is it gonna sweep? Don't think so. No, it's tanked to the downside. It's tanked. Yeah, it's a really nice trade. Could trade from here until this point. 1 point. Yeah, 1:2. Think it would go further than that. It's a crazy move. ES has a clear turning point. The move is crazy for it to reverse anywhere from there. I mean, from here. Wow, that's a strong rejection, by the way. Hmm. We've seen this happen multiple times, though. It's always going to go down. Another opportunity with here, here, then here. Should work, I think. Not gonna take. Not our setup. Oops. Hmm. My God. Really? I don't think it's gonna go up. It's too hard for it to go up from here. Really? Oh my God, that would be a crazy trade for us if it reverses from here. But we gotta wait though. Let me connect the account and keep. Could get a sweep here as well. Wow, it's a crazy move. It's clearly showing intent. I want to see how it reacts here though. Yeah, it's going down. Wow, this is serious volatility. Mm, ES is clearly pushing down. NQ is holding up, and now, yeah, it has started to push down. Wow. It's going to be a choppy market. Who knows? Ooh, NQ says no. Hmm. This is going to be really interesting. It's a very tricky situation. Fair to take just to NQ. It's going to be way above my SL, so I'm not going to take this trade. But it was a really interesting trade. Now, if it reverses, we have a good chance, but it looks like it's going to fly up because this reversal is huge. What's ES? No, ES is still so weak. ES is still so weak, so this could be a fakey. What a move. How about if we take just one? That'll also be above our SL, so don't want to take it. Yeah, not going to take it. Okay, NQ is showing strength. I think we can take one on the ES. Let me see. If we take like 5, uh, okay, yeah, that could work. Let's see what's going to happen. NQ has clearly shown its intention. Yeah, NQ is flying high, so I'm assuming ES should follow pretty soon. Mm, okay. If it's a strong rejection, we might have to exit the trade. Depends on how the reaction is. If NQ falls back in pretty fast, I'm going to exit the trade here. Yeah, I think it's better. Hmm, interesting move though. So if it goes, we're going to target this high here. I think that's very possible because it's clearly a trend reversal. So we're going to target here. We'll be trialing our profits if it crosses, a decent level. But yeah, it depends on the move that ES is going to give. Now all we can do is just wait. The tricky thing in this trade is that it's a heavy counter trend trade. The market's trending heavily towards the downside. But like I told you, I don't have a, so for me, a daily bias is not that important for my setup. That's why I don't keep it. I just react to what the price is doing. And in this moment, it looks like the price is showing dominance on the buy side. But of course, there is a high probability to the price to just pull back in a trending trade. So the thing is here, the price is heavily trending towards the downside. So it's true that it could just reverse from here at any point. That's a very high probability. But I just gotta believe in my setup, and then we have to take those losses, right? So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. If your setup gives you a loss, you have to take it because that's how probability works. Otherwise, you won't have the wins. So yeah, could be the case that now if it indeed has to go up, it's gonna probably come down to this level, take a retest, and then go up. If it's gonna go up, it's very possible. So in NQ's case, I think that would be here if it has to go up. If it has to go down, yeah, it could just break fire down from here. Very possible. I'm not necessarily okay. Now let's assess the trade. Now, was the trade based on setup? Yes, it was based on setup. The only thing that might have gone a bit higher is my sizing on ES. Could have gone a little lower on the size, I guess, because then I could have moved my stop loss a bit lower. But the stop loss seems fine, although I would have liked it to be a little more lower. Yeah, and I think I would cross my 400 daily loss by a bit on this trade, if not wrong. 67, 48. Yeah, 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 but it's okay. Mm, mm. It has swept the liquidity above. Now we'll get to see what actually the price is gonna go. If it sweeps hard fast, then it was waiting for ES to just sweep. Okay. Hmm. Rejecting as well. Okay. So ES has swept this high and doesn't show that much strength after the sweep. So that's a positive sign. Hmm, but you never know. Okay, now it's showing some strength to the downside. See how crazy volatile it is. It's crazily going up and down. Today, everybody seems a bit indifferent. Buyers and the sellers. Okay, I'm losing hope on this trade because the price is not reacting as expected. Might be slow as well, but then, yeah, I think the dominant trend is now going to take over. Yeah, it looks like it. So I think it's better we exit now. I'm just thinking, hmm, okay, so the high, then there is push to the downside. Yeah, mostly it's gonna be a stop loss today, I think. The only hope is actually NQ. NQ is showing clear reversal though. Oh wow, not anymore. Yeah, yeah, might be stop loss. Okay, we have closed our positions and we are down how much? 303. That is well within our limit of 400 SL. So we're good to go. So that's the single trade for the day. So, like I told you, I would only be taking one loss for one loss a day. So we've hit our SL. So that's it. Sometimes it's like that. You have to, take your losses for winners. So we'll see again tomorrow then. Okay. Thank you. And I think it's probably going to go down.